My name is Bob Couey, and I was in the Navy from August 1973 until August 1977. And I drilled at this base in August through October. And during my career of 4 years, I became a photographer's mate 3rd class. Before I came to NTC on a gray bus from Los Angeles, my dad dropped me off in the morning, and he was a man of very few words. And I think he realized that being a real sensitive kid, musician, photographer, that I was gonna have a hard time at boot camp. And I remember he told me, when you get to boot camp and they mess with your head, don't take it personally. It's not personal. They're supposed to do that. But he says, one thing you can do to survive boot camp is don't volunteer for anything. Don't be the best in anything. Don't be the last in anything. You want to make it where your company commander doesn't even know your name. And that's what I did, and it worked out so well. I was so happy about that I really had to praise Dad for that, because he drilled here too in the mid-40s. He was at this base, and so he knew how it worked. On that note about being a low profile, and knowing that this was only going to be for 4 years, I remember one night, one of the guys who had volunteered to be road guard, which you never want to volunteer to be road guard, he was always getting yelled at, and he was going to bug out because he thought the rest of his Navy career, 4 years, was going to be just like that. And I said, no, they put you through the rigors, 9 weeks or whatever it is, and then when you get out, it's just like the fleet is just like a regular job. And he said, okay, and he stuck in there, and I thought, well, good, I did something, I did something, really, I'm sorry. I got choked up thinking about that. I remember that kid. What's really interesting is you go through the souvenir book, because I got this, excuse me, I got the souvenir book, and I can look at that book and know every one of those guys and what their personalities were like. And I was just looking at it the other day after not having seen it for decades, and I said, I know those guys, It was a bittersweet experience. And you take it when you leave boot camp, you take that with you because you're always Company 252 of 1973. No one can ever take that away from you. Well, my dad said, you need 4 years to cool your jets to figure out what you really want to do. And in 4 years, you're going to get the GI Bill, you're going to get a number of perks, and then you're going to be more mature. It gave me a chance to, as a photographer's mate, and shoot professionally, a chance to do that. I was fortunate enough to document the evacuation of Saigon aboard the USS Hancock and have some photos from that experience. So when that happened, I think that was April 1975. And I remember thinking at that point, which was about 2 years into my enlistment, this is what I want to do with my life. This is it. Because I know for me, it really made the difference in deciding what I was going to do for the rest of my life, so I'm all for it. I look at my life and I think, I've made some really great decisions and really bad decisions and mediocre decisions and whatever, and I think the Navy and coming here ranks as the top. Well, when I heard that they closed it, I was really sad because I thought they're going to bulldoze everything, and then so much history is going to be gone, because that's what a lot of people do. They just bulldoze. And when I saw that they kept the architecture and the buildings and incorporated those into Liberty Station, I thought that is really neat, because you do get, for like me, a feeling of nostalgia when you come here. And it's kind of funny because I think I gave my blood when I was here, but I also give blood over here at the blood bank. I give double red cells, so. So I've given blood in both aspects, so it's kind of funny. But coming back here, it does. I feel the hair on my arms go up, because I just think, wow, there were some amazing times here. I just feel the ghosts of the people who came before, and tribute to the ones who served after.